All right. We are live. Let's get speech chat turned on here. My computer's like I'm getting a delay. Like every time I click on something, it takes a few minutes for it to actually happen. Okay. Excuse me. I think we're good to go now. What is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless one of the man Lincoln Clay, and we are back for some Race Room, a special hour, a special event, 2 hours of Imola, uh, more than likely coinciding with the real life 6 hours of Imola that took place in the WEC last weekend. And also, Le Mans Ultimate is also doing their own special event. They are also doing a 6 hours of Imola. I really wanted to do that, but I never even bothered to ask my teammates because, given where all three of us lives, I really didn't have a lot of hope that we would be able to make it work, at least for this race. But I'm gonna definitely start speaking to them again about joining some endurance races moving forward, because that part of Le Mans Ultimate I do miss. Even though I haven't done that many endurance races, I did enjoy the ones that I did do. And so here we got a 2 hour Imola race at the time of oh, you know what? I got to register for this race or I'm not going to make it. Come on. Oh shit. We fucked up. We missed it. You have to register within 5 minutes. Unless let's try this again. Register. There's 363 people registered for this race. Oh shit. I missed it, folks. It will not let me register. So, deepest apologies, folks. I got home at about 12:30. I had to fire up the PC and make sure everything was basically go through my checklist, make sure everything is fine. Went live, and now we missed it. Well, I guess since we're here, let's see if there's any.
At GovNorm Clean said, no OO.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And I'm not interested in any of the daily races. So I guess while I'm in VR.
At GovNorm Clean said, VR streaming baby, it happens.
Oh yeah. Oh boy, I can't believe I missed this.
At GovNorm Clean said, sometimes setup is a nightmare.
Yeah, because the checklist is so long. You know, you got to make sure everything's good with the PC, make sure everything's good with your headset, make sure everything's good with OBS, make sure everything's good with any other external apps that you might be using, um, uh, Crew Chief, Sim Hub, all that stuff. And
at GovNorm Clean said, we forgive you, just have to forgive yourself.
All right, I appreciate it. So I think in that case, I'm still in VR, and I feel like doing some VR stuff. So I guess I can either take a look at Le Mans Ultimate or AC Evo. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll just take a look at Le Mans Ultimate and see what's there. And I'll just end up having to change the title and the thumbnail. Got to change Sim Hub to Le Mans Ultimate. And I'm wearing my Porsche t-shirt today. I mean, my Porsche, not t-shirt, but my Porsche shirt that I bought from the Puma store last weekend. So, since I'm wearing a Porsche shirt, we might as well go ahead. I was going to use the Porsche anyway in that race room race. But in keeping with the Porsche theme, regardless of what I play today, we'll drive the Porsche. 65 people. You know what? This is looking a little more attractive right here. This is a 30-minute race. All right. Let's change crew chief up.
Radio check.
All right. All right, let's do a couple of practice laps. Oh my goodness. I probably won't do it, but something else that crossed my mind was to try to Ironman it. Maybe get up in the morning and do the 6 hours of a mola and just go until we can't go anymore. I don't think I would be able to do the whole 6 hours by myself, but maybe see if we can at least do 2 hours or something. Something. All right, I'm not getting any volume. Yep, you hit it on the head. The nightmares of getting set up. Should have some volume now. Oh shit. Oh damn it. This was the shit. This was one of the things that I complained about with Le Mans Ultimate, is for like you come out of there driving on ice.
At MR617 Beam said, how does this game look in
Push now.
VR?
Let's get some heat into these brakes.
It looks good in VR.
Fastest lap for Senna, 144.
Especially if,
blue flag.
especially if you got a beefy PC.
143.82.
What the fuck was that? Oh, I know what that was. That was a practice session thing. Something about this game, when you're in a practice session,
Green flag in sector 1.
and people come in and out of the practice session.
Okay, Clyde,
Oh
5
shit!
minutes to go. 5 minutes left.
This thing is understeery like a son of a bitch. This is not gonna be pleasant.
Sector 2 is now green.
I'm not digging this car. I can't do it.
That's the end of the session, P15.
I'll do the race, but I can't do it. That car was not turning at all, and it was already bad enough that the tires were cold, but even after the tires started warming up, the car was still sliding right off the track. And that's one of the things that, in addition to the over aggressive driving and the slightly dirty drivers we've got on this game, that was one of the other things. That was my biggest complaint about this game, is when everybody's racing on ice, it is an inevitability that there will be a massive wreck on turn 1. So I've talked to my teammates about that, and that was one of the reasons why I had been scaling back.
@TrevCan said, first time on LMU. I can't stand the way the cars drive either. I uninstalled it.
Well, the GTEs on this game are actually pretty good. You just have to remember that the cars don't have ABS, because with the GTE cars, you have the option of using soft tires. So once the tires warm up, the GTEs actually handle all right on this game. But everything else, they're following WEC regulations where they can't put tire warmers on the car. So they put the car on the track with tires that are like ice. And that's the big thing that really bothers me, is that you throw away 3, 4, even 5 laps waiting for those tires to warm up. Meanwhile, you got over-aggressive idiots behind you trying to force their way through, and then they end up causing massive wrecks. So that's been, if I got control over the car, then I got a half a chance to avoid people dive bombing, because that's one of the advantages of VR, is that, I can look at my mirrors, I can look at the rear view camera, and I can use the radar, and I see idiots diving in. And so I can take evasive action and get out of their way. But it's harder to do it if the car has, banana peels for tires. Shit, even AC EVO, for as many problems that game has been having, I think right now, like especially on Sebring, I think I actually enjoy driving the AC EVO Sebring more than I do Le Mans Ultimate. Now, the overall rank, I like Project Motor Racing's Sebring the best in terms of how fun it is to drive. I would put Automobilist second. AC EVO third. Le Mans Ultimate fourth, and Forza last. So I'm choosing to do this race because I'm basically trying to get some rank back. Man, I've been back and forth between silver and bronze so many times. I need a calculator to count. You know, my situation over here with Le Mans Ultimate is similar to my situation with GT7. Once upon a time, I was an A- driver.
At Trevcan said, maybe I am spoiled BPMR recently then. Those cars are fun.
They are. Some of those cars are hard to drive on Project Motor Racing, but don't get me wrong, but the cars that I do like to use, I can drive them. Can you believe this? I am a trusted driver, and they got me in here with people that are got warnings. The way that Porsche spun out was just ridiculous. Damn it, what's with these freezes?
Track's clear. Push, push, push. Sector 2 is now yellow. Looks like V2's off. Your brakes are cold. Take it easy. That's the end of the session. P3.
God damn it. Yeah, we might be switching games more sooner than later because I am just not feeling this understeering bullshit. Think how much I used to love this game. Look at those tires are just ice cold. Just so you're gonna give away the first lap, just trying to keep the car on the track. You'll have to brake so much earlier than you normally would when the tires are warm.
All clear on pit exit. You can push now. All right, Clay. We've got 7 minutes to set a lap.
If you normally brake at 100 meters,
The brake temperatures are low. We need
while
to get
these
some heat
tires
into
are cold, you'll probably have to brake at 150 or even 200 meters. So you're already throwing away 1 or 2 laps waiting for these tires to warm up. Oh my God. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this race, and then I think I'm gonna switch to something else. I'm not feeling this, and to think how much I used to love this game. No. The game just froze up on me. We're out of here. We are out of here. I originally thought that was when I was having those freezes during the practice session, I thought that was a practice session thing because that would always happen when I'm in a practice session, where as people are coming and leaving into the practice session, the session would freeze. I would have these micro freezes, and it would throw off my laps, and you had that blatant freeze.
Ken said, "It drives like a boat, a bit like GT7. Hard to go back to that too since PMR."
I'm with you on that one. That shit right there. It was already bad enough that the tires were cold, and so as I was saying, I was going to give away 2 or 3 laps, waiting for the tires to warm up, and then I had that giant freeze, and then once the game started running again, it sent me straight into the wall. No, I cannot do that race because I will surely, something bad will happen. I might end up hitting somebody and getting reported. Somebody might hit me. No, no.
Radio check.
I'll turn that shit off. So let me check my library and see what should I do. I guess I could do some AC Evo.
At P.G.33 Sim Racing said, "I went to EVO cause glitches."
Well, after the way Le Mans Ultimate just played for me right there, that's not going to happen.
P.G.33 Sim Racing said, "I got kicked out of last 3 races."
Okay. I think I would rather get kicked out of a race than what just happened to me there on Le Mans Ultimate, where the game just froze on me for like a full second, and then when it started moving again, next thing you know, I'm off the track.
Said, "EVO is more fun, I think."
I could take a look at Automobilista too at some.
At P.G.33 Sim Racing said, "EVO my go-to."
All right, then let's have a look at EVO. Let me. I said, of course, the EVO. All right. Let's have a look at EVO.
At P.G.33 Sim Racing said, "Cause of the glitches on LMUA." At P.G.33 Sim Racing said, "Thumbs up medium skin tone."
Yeah, that wasn't cool. It really got up under my skin. Now look, people, that split that you see, that split screen, don't worry about it. I'm getting ready to switch over to the Oculus mirror, and then when I do that, everything will be squared away. Brands GT, that's full. There's actually AC Evo is more live than I thought. Cause looking at this list right here, it's more live than I thought. There's 653 people online. And when I checked it out a few days ago, there was about 1,000 people online. So yeah, AC Evo is. Now the ping on some of these rooms aren't very good. Hey, right there, a Sebring race. Damn, that's a. Let's jump in there and see what's going on.
At Trevken said, "We could squint and get the 3D effect face with tears of joy."
Yeah, right. Oh, I think I'm having some issues with there's 6 minutes left in this race. Okay, folks, I'm going to turn on the Oculus mirror, so sit tight. All right, we're good. You guys can see now. All right. Look at that Ferrari GTO. Got 3 minutes left. This game definitely has the race line worn into the rubbered into the racetrack. That cloudy to sunny transition throws me off a little bit. Some parts of the track is sunny, some parts of it is cloudy, which is cool, but it throws me off a little bit. got greedy. Yeah. Let's go back to the pits. I have to be honest, and some people might feel that I would be taking a shot at Le Mans Ultimate by saying what I'm about to say. I've said before about how I felt that AC EVO could decide whether it was going to be ACC Part 2, ACC Part 2, or if it wanted to be like a GT7 clone. This game got off to a rocky start. The VR was absolute dog shit, and to some extent it still is. For mid-range PCs and potatoes, it's damn near unplayable. For me, I had to use the asynchronous space warp just to make it playable. In any case, I think that as AC EVO starts to add more GT3s to the lineup, I think more people that left ACC to go to Le Mans Ultimate are going to come back. They're going to migrate back over here to AC EVO. I still think that Le Mans Ultimate and iRacing will be the go-to sims for endurance racing. But I don't know if AC EVO's equipped for team racing or not. Let me get out the car and see how many people are lined up. Oh, I forgot about that damn music. I gotta shut that music off. I forgot about the music. I gotta shut that damn music off so I don't get hit with a copyright. All right, getting ready to head to the next session. So as far as GT3s goes, oh really? We're doing this night shit, huh? So as far as GT3s goes, I would take any GT3 that they add next to this game, but my preference would be to see them add the Corvette Z06. Or the Porsche. I don't know what they'll add next. Maybe they'll add the Lambo. All right, we are in qualifying, 15 minutes of quali. Come on, dude, you gonna mess up my lap. And he tried to take me out. charges again, I'm just gonna let him through because he already destroyed my lap. One thing I notice about this game is that the curves, the rumble strips, they're a little bit tall. Oh no! It's getting extra greedy. I was getting extra greedy trying to get a good run out the... Oh, look how much they replicated this. So right here, a couple of weeks ago, no, it was whatever it was, about a month ago, for the real life 12 Hours of Sebring, the NBC cameras profiled this particular part of the track, and they were showing that as the cars go carry momentum around that corner and they go off these rumble strips and into the dirt, they keep wearing a path into the dirt. And so sooner or later, they're going to reach a point where these cars are going to go, the tires are going to go off the rumble strips into that dirt, and it's going to be catastrophic. So actually, AC EVO did a really good job of replicating that scenario. So kudos to them. Right now, I have the third fastest lap, and 2:03 is nothing to be proud of. However, though, I think on Le Mans Ultimate on this track, most recently, I think I did a 2:02.4. So, with a little practice, even though this Ferrari is a little bit tail happy, with a little bit of practice, I could conceivably match my Le Mans Ultimate lap times. So, hey. We got 4 minutes of quali left, so let's give it one more run. Lost a lot of the time from the car tailing around. Rather, well, I didn't lose time, but I didn't gain any. Okay. A 202.6. I just matched my Le Mans Ultimate time. Shit. So, I dare say with a little bit of practice, I can get into the 201s. Now, of course, the aliens on here will probably be doing 159s, 158s. All right, all right, all right. So I got the second fastest time with a 202.6. What did he do? Wally, he did a 201. So I was 1.4 off. Okay. Okay, okay. I'm good with that. It's a guy named right here, Snort Burnell. You got a guy named Snort Burnell. Oh, this is gonna be a night race too. Holy moly. Holy guacamole. So this game right here, if you give the car any throttle before you get past the apex or before you get to the apex, you're going to go wide. There's no way around it. This game is like some of the other games. You got to lift in order for the car to rotate. Trail braking works, but it's not a lifesaver. I already know the car is going to get me on the straights. That car's got the straight in speed. think I won. At the very least, I won my class. Yeah, I think I won. Shit. Best lap was a 202.3. There was a couple of times where I was on the verge of, at one point I was looking at a 202.1. So now I dare say that, yeah, with some practice, I can definitely get into the 201s. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Back to the pits. It's, oh, I forgot about the other GT3 in here. I was mentioning the Porsche. I think I had mentioned that when they give us the next GT3 on this game right here, I had mentioned the Porsche, but I totally forgot the Rennsport Porsche is on here. So, I mean, you could use that as a Porsche GT3. And they did build that car in real life. I saw a reveal. I can't remember where I saw that. It might have been a Twitter clip or something, but there was like a real life reveal of the Rennsport Porsche. So yeah. So game still needs a lot of work, but it's definitely not the trash that it was when it first launched. The rank races, I'm not a fan of the way they do it. Basically, you click on ranked races and it will open up a web browser on your PC, and then you basically do like what you did with Low Field Motorsports and register for a session. I'd like it all to be in-game, like Le Mans Ultimate, like Le Mans Ultimate, Forza, GT7.
At Adrenaluquite said, I lost connection to my race.
You were in here, Adrenaluke? Yeah, Snort Burnell came in second.
At Adrenaluquite said, no, I was in the race room special event.
Oh, in my case.
At Adrenaluquite said, and I lost connection.
Oh, that sucks.
At Adrenaluquite said, spent 7 hours on car setup, more hours practicing.
This week, I would say I spent about an hour practicing. No, actually, it wasn't even this week. It was last week. At the time, I had, as far as using the Porsche goes, I was ranked 197. I did a 141. I think I did a 141.1. And I was shooting for, I think I was shooting for the 140s. But in any case, yeah, I know how you feel putting in all that time to get ready for this race. At least you got in there. Me, I was like so busy trying to get everything set up for this stream that I missed it. I didn't register for the racing time. All right, let's see where he takes. Let's see if we go somewhere else after this race is over. If not, then I'll back out and go find another session, because I don't, as much as I love Sebring, I don't want to do this over and over again. Yeah, but that production Ferrari had the straight line speed. That guy was pulling away on the straights. But obviously the car, being that it's a production car, it just does not have the handling of a GT3. Ooh, Excuse me. Tim Rutten, whoever he is, he's asking people to go to the pits instead of driving on. All right, we'll see where the next session takes us. And yes, I did win that race. Right there, that Jesse Decker in the 488 Challenge Evo. He was the guy that was leading the race, and I couldn't catch him on the straights. I was catching him on the curves though, and he eventually lost it. So all in all, that was a fun race. Let me see if I can save the replay. Save. There we go. Let's see where the next session takes us. He's doing this one over again. So let's back out. And when I back out, I can go ahead and take a moment to talk about a couple of things. So the split screen right there, pay no attention to that, folks. When we get into a race, the mirror, we'll be good with the Oculus mirror. But the first thing that I want to talk about is actually both of them pertain to Project Motor Racing. And actually, there's three things that I want to talk about. Project Motor Racing, the next real life track that I would like to see. Two of the real life tracks that I would like to see come to Project Motor Racing is Circuit de la South, which I think I've seen a couple of people say that is probably coming later this year. And another track that I would like to see on Project Motor Racing would be Road Atlanta or Watkins Glen. Those would be two really good tracks. The other thing that I want to talk about is the situation with the delisted DLC. According to them, they are addressing a sensitive concern. Let me, because I think I bookmarked. I think I bookmarked it. So let me create your space, ads, bookmarks. Okay, so reading the team's statement. It says, we want to address the temporary delisting, Jesus, of our DLC 1-pack, as well as some of the speculation surrounding this decision. The choice to temporarily remove the DLC was made by us as a courtesy while we worked through a sensitive concern. That right there. We believe this is the responsible course of action while good faith discussions continue. This temporary step does not reflect any finding of fault or wrongdoing on the part of the studio or our publisher. Our focus remains on safeguarding the content for players and reaching a constructive resolution as quickly as possible. I wonder why they had to throw that part in there about safeguarding the content for players. Let's see. Players who have already purchased the affected DLC are not and will not be impacted by this temporary delisting. Season pass holders will also not be affected, either in relation to this pack or to future packs included in our year one season pass. We are working urgently to resolve this matter and will share a further update once discussions have concluded. Discussions right there. What do I think that means? Discussions. I think this might be more than a licensing issue. I think this, and I'll regurgitate this the next time I stream Project Motor Racing, but to put it in a short, firm form, I don't really think it's a licensing issue, sort of, because if it was a licensing issue, well, let's go back to the discussions as they put it. What I read into that is somebody was about to sue them, and they took the content down while they get into discussions to try to possibly avoid being sued. I think that if it was a licensing issue, like using Coca-Cola as an example, if Coca-Cola called them up and hit them with a cease and desist letter, I think they would have complied. I think they would have just simply took it off. And yeah, I think they would have simply removed it. I can't really see them begging and pleading with Coca-Cola, like, what's it going to take to keep your license on here? Because a Coca-Cola advertisement on this game isn't going to make or break it. The other scenario, which I hope isn't the case, is maybe they used the license that they didn't have permission for. And I would like to think that if they used the license that they didn't have, I would be led to think that the license holder would have to go through due process and probably issue a cease and desist letter before they move forward. Another possibility, which I hope isn't the case, is they used advertisement that they didn't have licensing for. They used endorsements, and they might have gotten a cease and desist letter and then ignored it. And now that the shit's about to go to court, now they might be ready to talk. I hope that's not the case. I don't think it is the case. The other possibility is the sanctioning bodies for the GT500s and 500 EVOs might be in a position where if an agreement isn't worked out, then they snatch the whole DLC altogether. So I'm thinking that might be it. I'm thinking it might be an issue with the sanctioning bodies of GT500 and GT500 EVO, because again, I think if it was a licensing issues with the amount of fictional licenses that they have in this game, fictional endorsements rather, if somebody like, you know, Duracell or Coca-Cola or Pepsi would have called them up and say, you know, you got our shit on the game, I would just see them removing it. Because I don't think a Coca-Cola advertisement would be enough to shut down the entire DLC. So I think this is something coming from the sanctioning bodies of the GT500 and the 500 EVO. They might be in a position where they can make them take the entire DLC down. So, but yeah, I'll re-mention this again the next time I go live on Project Motor Racing, because, you know, AC EVO, I mean, the last time I streamed AC EVO, it got a decent amount of views, but I have to be honest and say that out of all the games that I stream, Project Motor Racing gets the most. Surprisingly, EVO got me a good amount of views. I was a little bit surprised by that. I think it got me close to 400 views. So I guess you could make a case that EVO might come second in the amount of views that I get. After that, Le Mans Ultimate is a mixed bag. Sometimes I'll stream Le Mans Ultimate and get around 400 views. Sometimes I'll stream it and only get 200 views. So that's really a mixed bag. And then unfortunately, I think Automobilista 2, you know, the views are constantly in the 200s. And I think a lot of that might have to do with me not being consistent with it. And same thing with Race Room. A lot of us talk about what a great game Race Room is and how underrated it is. But I think a lot of us, myself included, don't really practice what we preach in terms of how much we should play the game to, you know, get it out there. But with me having a full-time job and being quite tired when I get out of work, there's only so much time that I have to stream. So, I'm having the most fun on Project Motor Racing, and it's getting me the most views. So they get the top spot and the way around it. But I do think with the amount of views that I've gotten on AC Evo, I'm obviously going to have to find a way to work them in. So right now, the online stability and the VR optimization are my two biggest issues with AC Evo at the moment. So, last thing I want to talk about, and then I'll go jump into a race. My good friend Boris, he is doing a series. I've talked about it before, from console to potato PC. Basically, it's a series talking about, you know, going from a console. If you want to jump from a console to go onto a PC, basically to get satisfactory performance, this is what you would need. This is how much it would cost. And I've talked about that many times, about what you would need to be, you know, to get yourself through the door, what you would need to future-proof yourself. You know, when it comes to me recommending PCs to people and how much they should spend and shit like that, this PC that I'm sitting at right here, I would never, ever recommend this PC to anyone, because, you know, somebody jumping from a console is not going to shovel out the kind of money it would take to build this PC. But I think somebody jumping from a console that wants to go to PC, you know, I've demonstrated it before that I think with my 3070 Ti PC, you could build that PC that would outperform the PlayStation Pro in certain situations, and it would actually cost less. So with the PlayStation Pro jumping up to $900, they have made it easier for PC people to prove that you can build a PC that outperforms the PlayStation Pro for less money. So, all right, let's jump back in. Close that, go back to the mirror. All right, let's see what we can find. Nürburgring, nah. That Brands Hatch is full. Donington. Nah, I don't like the eligible cars. Another Sebring, nah. Oulton Park, nah. It's street cars. I want race cars. I'm sorry. The ping is too high on that one. That Road Atlanta. Ooh, let's go. Server's full. You son of a. Oh man. Let's refresh it. Yeah, that Road Atlanta is full. There's nobody in that Brands Hatch. That Donington is full. Laguna Seca is locked. Yeah, again, another Sebring. 45 available slots, though, and they already got 28 in there. And the ping is pretty good. This Oulton Park. Yeah, I don't like the available cars. Another Sebring, and the ping is high. Red Bull Ring. Nah, that's only 3 out of 4. Again, this Laguna Seca. 3 out of 24. I guess we could jump in there. Laguna Seca is another one of those tracks. It's got a couple of deceiving corners where you think you can carry a lot of speed through the corner, but you actually kind of have to trail brake it through the corner. Damn, that Porsche said, fuck you. That was a terrible turn. one of the corners that's a trouble spot for me. Looking at that BMW right there, it goes back to my point that this is typical. See right there, looking at that BMW, this is typical ACC VR, where everything up close is sharp. It looks just as good as any other racing game in VR, but everything in the back is either blurry, pixelated, or jagged. Which I could live with that, but I want better performance. Well, let's go. Ping is 145. Waiting for players. I've got mediocre ping. Excuse me. All right, let's see if we can keep up with that Porsche. And you look at this really closely. The picture is just really, really, really sharp. He looks like a real steering wheel. What are you doing? Yep. Okay, so yeah. The wreck, that was all on me. I got greedy because I was trying to get a run on that BMW. It was obvious he was not going to let me through. But I also did see some rubber banding in that session as well. So the ping on that road Atlanta is high, but I want to get in there. Here's a road Atlanta that's locked. Mount Panorama that's locked. I would like that too. Oh, you know what? Let me go back and turn this music down. Because I'm no doubt going to get hit with a copyright. At least the last one, I got hit with a copyright, but at least the stream wasn't blocked. Let's refresh this again. Oh, that Road Atlanta is full. Yes, they love them some Road Atlanta. Are you watching Project Motor Racing? Road Atlanta, Circuit de la Sarthe. Damn, the ping on that, oh, the melonracing.com, that's his server. Okay, I recently just followed him on Twitch and YouTube. Let's see if he's in here. No, it doesn't look like he's in here. They're in the middle of a race. Damn, but that could have been, even though it was at Sebring again, it still was a good one that I could have went to because there was a lot of cars in there. Nürburgring, Nordschleife. No, well, that's full anyway, so thank goodness. Nürburgring GT. I do like that. The ping is kind of high though. What time is it? 2:30? Damn. Look at that rubber banding. Look at that. Now he's suddenly like teleported in front of me. Oh, look at that. 27 cars in here? 22? No, 22 out of 27? Damn. Yes, 27 people in here. So we got a few minutes. So I'm going to go to the bathroom and I'll be right back. All right, folks, we are back. Qualifying, all right. Ping is not very good. It's in the 150s. But let's go. "12 minutes of quali and a 20-minute race. So let's go. That chicane is scary.
that sausage.
Last shot. So far, sixth. But I'm not that far off of the leader. I about 8/10 off the fastest lap. So, with a little luck, who knows? It's ironic that I'm sitting in a Ferrari right now, and we know that Race Room is trying to... What the hell just happened? Okay. Okay, so as I was about to say, I'm sitting here in this Ferrari, and as we speak, Race Room is in the process of trying to get another Ferrari license. And I don't know, but I'm getting this impression that Ferrari may be difficult to get a license from. So I'm at a point now where if they make it so hard for sim racing titles to get a Ferrari license, I'm going to be at a point where I will not care if a game has Ferraris in it or not. In the case of Project Motor Racing, as far as manufacturers go, Ferrari's the only major one missing from there. Ferraris are noticeably missing from Automobilista 2. So yeah, if Race Room's not able to get another Ferrari license, I'm going to be at a point where it comes to Project Motor Racing where I'll be like, fuck Ferrari, fuck trying to get a license. You still got enough GT3s on here that we'll go on without them. Damn, we got 30 cars in here? Holy shit. All right, let's go. Oh my God. Fastest lap. Holy shit. Oh well. Thank you. That don't look right. There goes my lead. Wow. Wow. That was definitely unnecessary. But as far as that race goes, I deserve to lose it. I couldn't stay focused the whole race. I guess it got boring. Can we find a road Atlanta? Yes, but the ping is not very good. All this time I've been racing, I should have went back and changed the title. This is a fun track to drive to. Really? All right, I can tell what kind of race this is going to be. To catch me right there on the chicane, he had to be zeroed in on me. Yeah, this generation of racers these days, yeah. All right, let's see what we can do. But first, all right, looks like we're good to go. I had not realized that the camera had frozen. Why do I feel like he slowed down and waited for me just so he could take me out? What the hell was that all about? What? God. wasn't worth it. But that was some intense driving. That was pretty fun. The session's about to end, so. But yeah, that was pretty fun. So yeah, Project Motor Racing, Circuit de la Sarthe, Road Atlanta. Let's make it happen. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, but that lap time, I'm 2.7 off the leader. I know I can get into the 119s. You getting hungry? Okay. I think I'm going to shut it down after this race, and we'll get a large pizza from Florentine's or something. So yep, I'll have to go back and change the title and the thumbnail of this stream. And as far as this evening, I may possibly come back and do some Project Motor Racing this evening. Oh, the actual race. Notice how they got my door open so I get in and out of the car. Notice how they got the door open. Get in and out. Run across the street, go to the bathroom. So damn, I'm 16th. Ouch. Ouch. Expect a massive wreck when we go downhill on that slalom. Oof. And in the meantime,
ain't no stopping this train. Whoa!
All right, let's make it happen, Captain. Come on, dude, move. Oh no! Car is basically destroyed. Truck switch camera angles. Oh well. We're done. Well, folks, that did it right there. I'm gonna hang it up, grab a bite to eat, and decide what to do later. There is a couple of things coming up this evening that I want to watch, and so we'll see what happens when that's all over with. But thanks for watching, everybody. Really appreciate it. Sorry about missing the race room special event, and this race right here, hey, is the current era of sim racing. Is what it is. All right. Until the next one, folks. You all know the line. Wakanda forever. Long live the king. And deuces. Come off beat with it. Have a good one, everybody. Hopefully we'll see you later.